ICS321, and we're continuing here. Let me shut off my music. All right, so we are doing assignment 5, and in this video, I'd like to show you how to do a trigger. All right, so you have to do 2 triggers. This trigger, first one, is a trigger for adding the item table, and you have to make sure that the item cost is never greater than the item price. And so, and if the item price is not specified, then it is equal to the item cost times 5 divided by 3. And you can see that with the table here. Let me look at items. And you see that the item cost is always, the item price is 5/3 of the item cost. 50/30. Okay, so that's this one, and you just create the item trigger and paste this in as the code, and you need to fix this operator. This tests to see the relationship between item cost and item price. Can't be greater. And then this one here, this test decides whether or not you set the item price. Let me shut this off. Okay, so and then this trigger here is for sale, and it computes the subtotal and tax from the total if not specified. So you know, there might be a time where you do a purchase or you do a sale and you agree on a price, a total price, you know, including tax, and so you take that amount and you put that amount in, and it will split out how much you got for the item, and then how much of that went to pay tax. So that's this one, and so I think I'll do this one for us. So it's a sale trigger. So let's go to the sale table, and we're on the sale table. Let's click on triggers over here. And what are we supposed to? Are we supposed to name this? No, it's insert before trigger. It doesn't look like it's got a name. It has to have a name. No, it doesn't have to have a name. Okay, I'm thinking about store procedures. So I'm just going to call it add trigger. Subtotal check or something. I don't know. It's in the sale table. It happens before the insertion, and so I'm going to take this code, copy, and paste. So if the new total is greater than 0 and the new total, if the new total is greater than 0 and the subtotal is equal to 0 or the tax is equal to 0, then it does this computation. It computes a new subtotal based on this tax value. Well, it computes the subtotal, subtracting out the tax, and then computes the tax, and so it's got equal to the total. Anyway, so let's put this in here, and so let's try to, that would be this test. Okay, so let's try customer ID 1, employee 1, date 2019. What's today? December something. December 14th. And put in a total of $100. And we get let me see what the sale it's this one here, and we see that the total is $100. The subtotal is $92.31, and the tax is should not be minus minus. Let's see. Let me put in some numbers that are better. Let me put in. Let's see, these, I presume these numbers are correct. So I'm just going to put in, oh, here, 50. I'm going to put in 54.15. Well, I'm going to assume that this number is correct. And it's this number that's wrong. So it's the computation of the tax that's wrong. So let's go back to the actual equation. The computation of the tax looks wrong. It should be the total minus the subtotal. So if we go to the trigger and we go edit, the tax is, oh, I have the tax. Okay, so I figure out the subtotal. I'm going to assume that that's correct. And so the tax should be the total minus the subtotal. So total, oops, let me get this. Okay, so let's save that. And let's go back and test. Let's put in a total of 54.15. I'm going to put in a total of 54.15. And let's see if it ends up looking like 50 and 415. So 54.15. I'm going to go here and put in, I don't know, 13. 54.15. Submit. And I think I may need to, no, this was the input. That's why that's the way that is. So I don't need to correct that. But if I refresh this sale, I get 54.15. It's very close. I'm going to say that that's correct. What happens if I go back to triggers and edit this a little bit more and do, I don't know. I guess that might be the best I can do, huh? I think so. Yeah, well, anyway, so I'll accept that as a correct answer. And so I hope I've helped you out on creating triggers. Now you know how to do it. You have to go in and create the trigger, and then you copy this begin and in, and then you got to be clever about knowing how to test it. And so you need to do this one here. I did this sale trigger. You need to do this one. Test it to make sure it works. What you're doing is getting this up. You're getting this correct, and you're getting this correct. I don't know if this is correct. This is probably correct already. So, all right. So I hope that helps. And the next video we will do is, oh, well, you're on to the the SQL statements. So that should be pretty straightforward. You just go to here, and click on right here, submit answers. Am I logged in? Okay, submit answers, and just enter the answers in here, just like the first assignment. So I hope that helps. Thanks for watching.